Well, we are done for the day. I think we're gonna have to shovel it out or winch it out or something. It tries to come out, but it's spinning on the other side. Alright, so as you saw in the video, we got the Firetruck out, and I just kind of wanted to wrap this video up. What I've got is this is a Tractor Supply Traveler 10,000 pound winch, and it is mounted on a receiver mount, and I've got a receiver mount on the front of the Suburban, and I've got an Optima battery, and I put some marine it's got top, it's side terminal and top terminal, and I put some marine battery top terminal post on it, and that hooks up to the winch. Of course, I got to leave the hood to get the cable through, leave the hood popped open a little bit so I don't drive with it hooked up, and that doesn't normally stay on the front of the Suburban. I put it on there to pull the Firetruck out. So we're gonna kind of go over what the setup was, because after I reviewed through the video, you can't see it real well. So that Firetruck has a GVWR of 30,000 pounds. My Suburban weighs, 6 or 7. So, there was a good, I don't know if the 10,000 pound winch would have pulled it. It was probably 6 inches. The tires were probably in a 6-inch rut or 6-inch dip. So quite a bit of pulling power to pull it up out of there. The differential was about 2 inches. The pumpkin on the rear of the differential about 2 inches from bottoming out. And so definitely, I tried, driving it out, and it would just spun. So at that point, I knew I was gonna have to pull it out. So 10,000 pound winch, 6,000 pound Suburban. How are we gonna pull out a truck that it had a 3/4 tank of water in it, and so that's over 6,000 pounds in it, because it's got a 1,000-gallon tank, so 750 gallons of water in it at least. So what we did is we triple lined the winch, and I'll go through the setup on that. So in theory, that gives you get a 10,000 pound winch, that gives you 30,000 pounds of pulling power. But the main reason I wanted to do that was to get the main load of pull off of the Suburban, and I'll show you how we did that. So, crude drawing, but we've got the truck here, the Firetruck, and we've got the Suburban here. So it's got one line. If you think, and this winch probably won't pull an actual 10,000 pounds, but if you just think of it in terms of that, and I'm sure it didn't take that much draw to pull the truck out, but let's just say it did, or that's how much pulling power you have. So you've got 10,000 on this line. Well, then you loop through, you've got another 10,000 there, and then you loop through, and these are snatch blocks, you know, big pulleys. You loop through, and you've got another 10,000 there. So if you take a look at that, just cover those up, you got 10,000 of pull there. This is anchored to a tree, and then you've got the snatch block. So you've got 10,000 and 10,000 pulling here. So you've got double the pull on this tree than what's on the Suburban. And so that, I did have the wheels chocked on the Suburban. I had somebody holding the brake, but it was sitting on asphalt, and it never once, you know, tried to slide the Suburban or anything, because you've got double the pull. It's pulling twice as hard on this tree than it is on the Suburban, and you get that because you double lined it right here and right there. And so that's how we rigged up our cable to get it out. And you saw I had some straps wrapped around the cables, and that was to weight down the cable if it broke. So, and no chains were used to rig this up. Did I have I had one real big beefy chain. I don't even think I even used it. There was hooks on the front of the Firetruck, and I looped the snatch block right in it, I think. I don't think I used that chain. And when I say it's a big beefy chain, I'm pretty sure I didn't use it, but if I did, I have to look back at the video again. That is it, and that chain is not gonna break. But anyway, I don't think I used it. So, and the straps I used are in the Firetruck. I don't have them back here. Is there one of them back here? I don't have one of them. I brought all these, but I didn't use these. I used my heavier gauge ones. I don't have any. They're all in the Firetruck. But super strong straps, all linked together with real beefy shackles, and you don't want to loop your straps through. This one, I got these for free, but they were already looped together, and there's no way those are ever coming apart. These are real thin straps. These work good for four-wheeler and mule and stuff like that, but the big beefy ones I used, I guess I can show y'all real quick. Anyway, so the main pull was not on the Suburban, it was on the tree, and that's kind of what I wanted to show y'all, and how, you know, if you've got something super heavy to pull out, you know, if you double lined back to the Suburban, you would be pulling 20,000 pounds against the Suburban. The Suburban's just gonna slide forward. You know, you're not gonna pull this big heavy truck out like rigged up like that. You need something more solid to pull from, and these are those straps. And I don't know what the rating is on these. They're lifting straps, and I forget how they rate them. I think it's at least 3 times over what they're rated, because they're for lifting. I don't see on here where it says what they're rated for. Anyway, and I think I used some of these blue ones too, but they're the same thing. They're just super heavy straps, and they pulled it out. So Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.